Schiff leaned forward in his chair, his voice sharp, his words laced with condescension. "You speak like a man who doesn't understand the weight of this discussion, Senator. You sound uneducated on the matter." The room went still. Cameras clicked. The silence was heavy, like a held breath. Kennedy sat quietly, his eyes steady on Schiff, not flinching, not snapping back as many expected. To those watching, it looked as if Schiff had landed a devastating blow. But then Kennedy cleared his throat and leaned into his microphone. His voice was calm, deliberate, almost gentle, but it carried the weight of an entire life. "You know, Congressman," Kennedy began, "when you call someone uneducated, you make an assumption about what they've seen, what they've lived, and what they know. Let me tell you a story." The room shifted. Viewers at home leaned closer to their screens. Even Schiff sat back, perhaps curious, perhaps dismissive. But Kennedy didn't look at him. His gaze seemed to pierce beyond the walls of the chamber, reaching into the past. "I was raised in a little town where most families had more heart than money. My father worked sunup to sundown fixing other people's broken things, cars, tractors, anything with an engine, because that's what put food on the table. My mother stretched every dollar until it screamed, patching my clothes so I wouldn't be embarrassed at school. We didn't talk about college at the dinner table because we were too busy wondering if the lights would stay on that month." He paused, his voice steady but thick with memory. "I studied by the glow of a kerosene lamp when the power company cut us off. I learned arithmetic from a neighbor's old textbooks because ours were too worn to read. I wasn't supposed to be here, sitting in this seat, serving the people of this country. I was supposed to stay quiet, keep my head down, and accept the hand life dealt me. But I didn't." A murmur moved through the audience. Schiff shifted in his chair, but Kennedy pressed on. "I worked every job you can think of, mopping floors at night, hauling bricks in the summer heat, pumping gas on weekends. And when I wasn't working, I was reading. I read everything I could get my hands on, books from libraries, scraps of newspapers, even discarded manuals. Because I knew education wasn't something you're given. It's something you fight for. It's something you build, one word, one page, one idea at a time. And I built mine." He looked directly at Schiff now, his eyes unwavering. "So when you say uneducated, maybe you mean I don't use the same fancy phrases or polish my sentences the way you do. But make no mistake, education is not measured by the school you attended or the letters after your name. It's measured by the lessons you've learned, the hardships you've endured, and the wisdom you carry from it all. And on that measure, Congressman, I promise you, I am not uneducated." The chamber was silent. For a moment, the only sound was the FAI.